A man who was trying to stop an argument in Phoenix ended up being shot. This happened about 2:30 this morning near 7th Street and Indian School. The man is now in the hospital with serious injuries. One of the other men involved did stay at the scene and was cooperating with police. No word yet on any arrests. Police are still investigating.
And good afternoon to you. I'm Andy Banker. First on Fox 2 News at 4, breaking news. 3 people have been shot outside of Walgreens in the Central West End. Police say there is a suspect in custody. Fox 2's Mallory Thomas is live with the connection between the alleged shooter and one of the victims. Mallory?
Yeah, Andy, so police say that there was a woman and 2 men who got into an argument just in the Walgreens parking lot. They're not sure what the argument was about, but they say that suddenly a woman pulled out a gun and began firing. She actually hit one of the men. That's her brother. She hit both men. They found her just about a block away, right down the street on Lindell. St. Louis police say around noon they found 2 gunshot victims at the Walgreens on Lindell and Whittier. They say just a block away they found a 3rd victim and the shooter. Detectives are talking with the shooter right now, but police believe things started with an argument between 2 men in the parking lot. That's when the woman pulled out a gun and began firing, striking her brother in the leg, the other man in the abdomen, and a Walgreens employee in the leg.
That 3rd victim is an employee of the store and was actually stepping in to help break up the fight because she knows at least one of the people that was involved in the fight. So in this case, there's a little bit of everybody that knows someone that was in this fight.
And police say that that man who was shot in the abdomen, they say that he is in critical condition. All 3 of those victims were rushed just right down the street to BJC. Reporting live, Mallory Thomas, Fox 2 News.
Confrontation turning deadly in a neighborhood near Beverly Grove. Police say a man shot his own brother to stop him from beating their mother with a baseball bat. Eyewitness News reporter Tim Pulliam live at the scene with the breaking new information tonight. Tim.
Mark, this is a story about a family drama turning violent. A man attacks his mother inside this home and his brother shoots him dead. And tonight, no one is in custody. A coroner van arrives to this upscale LA neighborhood to pick up the 61-year-old man shot and killed after attacking his mother, his own brother, pulling the trigger. Police calling it a justifiable homicide. The violence playing out in the middle of the day here on Alfred Street, just a few blocks from Beverly Center. Police shutting down the victim's street with yellow tape, leaving neighbors in complete shock.
It's devastating. We walk down this block every night. To see this kind of violence so close to home, it hurts.
According to LAPD, the victim's oldest son smashed his way into her home with a baseball bat, then strikes his 80-year-old mother. Investigators say someone in the home alerted the victim's youngest son, who was nearby at work. Neighbors say the 58-year-old owns this lingerie store just yards away.
When he arrived, he saw his mother on the floor. He saw his 61-year-old brother on top of her, choking her.
Armed with a shotgun, detectives say the younger brother fired a warning shot.
His brother continued to choke his mother, causing him to fire one more round, striking and killing his brother.
The mother, found bleeding from her head, was taken to the hospital, where detectives say she is expected to survive and return home. Her son, the shooter, temporarily detained.
He will be released. This is a justifiable homicide and not a murder.
Air 7 showing the bat that may have been used during the violent fight. Neighbor Adam McGrath was on his way to pick up his son at nearby Rosewood Elementary, only to learn the school briefly went into lockdown.
And that certainly is disconcerting and unsettling that my son is there and this stuff is going on.
Right now, it's not clear what led up to the family dispute.
It's really disappointing. It makes me sad that it happens.
Yeah, and police say the son who was shot and killed came to the home last night making threats to the family but left when police arrived. His identity has not been released yet.
2 people are facing charges after a shooting Wednesday night in Evansville. This happened in the area of Rhode Island Drive around 8 p.m. Witnesses told police they were packing up to move when a black SUV stopped in front of them, yelling about their moving truck blocking the road. The victims say 2 men then began walking toward their house, with one of them shooting. One of the victims returned fire and hit Jonah Greenlee in the leg. He was arrested alongside Christopher Greenlee for several charges, including possession of a handgun by a convicted felon.
If the criminal does not fear the police, a judge, or prison, he must be taught to fear his victims.